264 days. 264 days of no food, 264 days of no proper medical care, 264 days of restriction from vital necessities, 264 days of an inhumane blockade that has threatened 120,000 innocent Armenian lives in Artsakh with genocide. Rather than celebrating the independence of the Republic of Artsakh today, those in Artsakh are fighting for their right to peacefully live on their own lands, as Azerbaijan attempts to complete the long-standing pan-Turkish agenda of an Armenian genocide. Genocide is happening now, and lives are at stake. Mothers are left childless. Stomachs are left empty. Homes are left freezing cold, and innocent lives are left tortured as Aliyev pushes forth his plan of unrightfully annexing our land with Turkey. All of this is happening now, and the world watches idly by. The United States watches from the sidelines. To the American government, will you continue to stand as a witness to the humanitarian crisis occurring in Artsakh today? To President Biden, to Samantha Power, to USA, a genocide is happening under your watch. Will you continue to do nothing as the tragedies of 1915 are echoed once more in 2023? Diplomacy does not end hunger. Diplomacy does not stop genocide. Diplomacy does not break a blockade. But airlifts do. Aliyev's dictatorial regime and genocidal state is fueled by their consistent acts of crimes against humanity. Acts that have gone unpunished and have become more and more emboldened. They derive their power from oppression, as Aliyev uses an iron fist to call forth his troops in pursuit of another genocide. The United States of America should not stand on the wrong side of history. Stand on the side of life and liberty for those who wish to live peacefully on their indigenous lands. The United States of America must exert full force in order to prevent another annihilation of the Armenian people. This is your responsibility. As Armenian Americans, we are calling on President Joe Biden and the rest of the Biden administration to take action against the oppression, aggression, and silent genocide occurring in Artsakh by the dictatorial state of Azerbaijan. We demand that the U.S. provides immediate emergency humanitarian assistance to Artsakh with vital food and medical supplies via humanitarian airlifts. That the U.S. leads a United Nations Security Council resolution calling on Azerbaijan to lift the blockade consistent with the decision of the International Court of Justice. That the U.S. leads a United Nations Security Council resolution calling on Azerbaijan to lift the blockade consistent with the decision of the International Court of Justice. That the U.S. cuts all military assistance to Azerbaijan pursuant to Section 907 of the Freedom Support Act. Also that the U.S. imposes sanctions on Azerbaijan officials over their violation of human rights and ongoing genocide against Artsakh. All of these demands must be met without the independence of Artsakh being compromised. The people of Artsakh are not fighting for their right to live peacefully on their indigenous lands or to simply exist, but are also fighting to ensure that there is an Artsakh for future generations. There must be an Artsakh to return to call home. The situation in Artsakh is dire, and we cannot be silent. This is the only solution. Those trapped behind the forceful barricades of the Berzor corridor must be freed. The United States and the rest of the international community must hold Azerbaijan, its dictator, and their continuous war crimes accountable. 264 days of Armenians being forcibly shut away from the rest of the world. But I could give you 120,000 reasons as to why they should not be. All over the world, we are seeing the start of a new movement. A movement led by Armenian youth to answer the calls of our brothers and sisters in Artsakh. Join us and the SOS Artsakh movement to unite and advocate for a world where Armenians are able to live in Artsakh peacefully. Join us, Armenia, Lebanon, France, Iran, Canada, Australia, Sweden, South America, and the rest of the Armenian youth residing in the diaspora as we demand an end to the blockade and genocide in Artsakh today. Self-determination should be a right to an Armenian, not a privilege. We will no longer live under the terror and reign of our genocidal neighbors. To the people of Artsakh, we will never give up on you. We will forever stand in solidarity with you and will not let the war crimes of Azerbaijan go unseen or unheard of.
Amen.
The global Armenian community will not stop until the torture at the hand of Azerbaijan intruders has ended. On this day, together, as we celebrate and commemorate the 32nd anniversary of the independence of the Republic of Artsakh, let us remember what it took to achieve and protect this independence. Let us remember our martyrs, our heroes, our Azadamardinler. Let us remember the commitment to our cause